Sometimes you get one of those players and it just seems to know that they can read your mind and you can read theirs, and together you go out and you do something wonderful. It certainly beats getting a team load of reversing rock humping potatoes, doesn't it? This game was refreshing. It's called The King and I because of the King George and the fifth that is in this game, and I would like to give a big shout out to young Sheps, who is the King George the fifth captain in this one, and I am going to run into him literally in a couple of minutes because there he is there. This is another one from the Rook Grind up to tier 7, and it's an epicenter map and there are no destroyers, so the cruisers are going to head into the middle, and I'm like, oh sorry, crossing your bow. And I did have a chat with him after the game on PlayStation party chat after that, and we had a good conversation, and it was quite a fun conversation. Really nice guy, really pleased to have played with him, and really glad that we brought this one in for blue team, because we decide that we are going to push hard on this flank. We are not going to let red team get entrenched behind that island. We are going to do what we can to force them out from behind there. So knowing that there's a King George V pushing up against us, we're going to try and get our bow onto him, and we are going to try and get rid of those cruisers, HE spamming little monsters that are hidden behind the rocks, because that is just going to keep those cap contested, and unless somebody is going to make a move and do something about it, then it's just going to be a stalemate, and we're going to have a look around here. Now, I didn't know whether I should be firing AP or HE at this Budyoni. I didn't know how well it would take him if he was angled, but we are just going to let those fires burn. We're going to keep spamming the HE. We're going to keep an eye on that King George the fifth to our front, and young Sheps is coming up behind me, who misses. That's not what she said, but we're going to keep the pressure on this Budyoni and just keep lighting him on fire, because he can only damage control so many times before he eventually gets burnt to the ground. Very, very wary now of this King George V to the front of me, but he's gonna slam on the brakes. He can see us coming literally like a freight train heading straight for him. We're getting the cap resets, we're getting the fires on this guy, and we're trying to basically force him back around the corner because he's got nowhere else to go. If he comes towards us, he's getting shot. If he backs out, he is going to get shot. Now, I have just damage controlled. I've got a heal coming up, and I'm purposely going to ram straight into this island, and I'm picking them up and going, yo, what the hell are you guys doing down there? Get out from behind your rocks. Because what I want to do is heal up as much as I can and potentially shield ourselves from this King George V and look towards the Colorado that is on the other side. And I say, yo, look, hit those guys. You know, I'm a bit of a armchair commander here, you know, trying to give people, you know, orders per se, but we bounce a couple there, we get a few more off. We don't want to give them too much of a broadside, and now we're going to push in. The secondaries are running, our engine boost is about to run out. We take a bit of a slap in, we're going to let those fires burn, we're going to put another few shots in him, and it's 2v1. This guy is not going to survive. We can see him trying to turn his turrets. We're going to keep him in that turn, try and outturn his turrets, and boom, he's gone. Young Sheps picks up that kill, but still there is nobody from blue team on that center cap, and I'm like, oh dear, broadside to that guy. What am I going to do? Can we get shots on here? Nope, he's disappeared. Now it is a carrier match. I forgot to mention that at the start, and I'm thinking I'm low health, I've damage controlled, I've got no heals left, there's still an aircraft carrier out here. What do I do? Well, what we're not going to do is sit behind an island like the majority of the rest of the team. We're going to put some pressure onto that Colorado now. He has got his back to the wall, quite literally, and then we get the carrier spotted momentarily, and I know I'm going to give up some broadside to this Colorado here, and I'm literally crossing my fingers on the controller, and we take it top. We've got to damage control that because it took our engine out. We do have AP loaded. We take a chunk off the Ranger. We're waiting for the reload, and we're like, come on guys, push into that center cap. There's nothing to be scared of. We have an advantage. There's only 3 ships left. Should I say there's only 2 ships left, because bye bye carrier, that's you out of the game. Now, given how fast and how hard young Sheps and I have played this flank and absolutely hammered this side of the map, we've got to get turned around and start pushing back towards the centre. And what is most annoying about this next segment here is that although we are both pushing in, I only get 1 cap assist, because it's only now that the remainder of red team have pushed down the opposite flank that those guys who've been hiding behind the islands for so long have decided that they're going to push into the middle. So it's typical blue team gameplay, and I dare say the same for red team. Basically, they sit there in their little comfort zone until such time as it gets uncomfortable, and then they all go scurrying away. So we get a cap assist there. We're running in. We're not done with the fight yet. There's still 2 ships left. I'm on 86,000 damage, and I'm thinking, yeah, come on, we can break 100k on this one. We can see where the shells are coming from. I think it's an Atlanta, and I can't remember what the last battleship is, but we'll find out soon enough. And I'm looking at the map there, quick check, and I do love doing these videos in double time, because it means I don't have to talk as long and you don't have to listen to me as long, but it also makes it a lot more interesting, a lot more fast paced for these slow battleship games, because I really don't like how slow they are at all. It takes forever to get anywhere. But there we go, there's a Tennessee. We've got 2 front turrets out. Thankfully that guy took the salvo, and bump, 98,000 damage. We haven't got our 100. It would be lovely to break the 100k damage on this one. And can we get shots across the top? Oh, we kill some seagulls there, but we do land, and we get to 102,000 damage. Thank you very much. Always nice to break 100k, especially I do say if you can hit as many hit points as you have off the enemy team, then you're doing the job. To do nearly double that in this ship, I think is quite satisfying. And I'm thinking, can I get one more salvo in before the clock runs down? There he is, broadside, guns away, but the clock runs us out of the match. 102,000 damage, only a single kill and a single cap assist with a couple of cap resets there. But young Sheps and I, we finish 1st and 3rd for the team with 4 kills between the 2 of us. I think we certainly took red team to task with that one, and I dare say that we had a considerable part in making sure that that was a victory for blue team. So thanks again to young Sheps. It was a pleasure to play that game with you. Hope you appreciate the shout out. Don't forget guys, smash that like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and tell your friends, come and subscribe. Till next time, take care, goodbye.